been to B&M. I've been out and bought 3 different products, as you can see here. Now, I thought I'd do a couple of videos on how you don't necessarily need to know how to do carpentry or how to build furniture to be able to make your own little piece of furniture. So I've bought these 3 pieces here. As you can see, this one was £20. This was reduced to £5 rather than £7, and this was only £10 reduced from £20. So the idea is that these small pieces of wood that are part of the metal framework, they're all very low quality pieces of wood. They're just pieces of chipboard with plastic veneer over the top of it to make it look like it's got a wood effect. So my idea is that we can replace these pieces of wood with nice rustic pieces of wood and improve the overall look of each piece of furniture. So by the end of these 3 videos, you'll be able to improve your own little wall shelf. You'll also be able to create your own little coffee table with a nice rustic wooden top, as well as a nice sofa side table which can have a nice rustic chunky piece of wood on top. So the first video we're going to be doing is this little wall shelf. We're going to be turning this wall shelf into something more than a horrible piece of wood and some brackets. It'll be a very simple design. All you need to do is replace the piece of wood with another piece of wood that is going to suit the size of the brackets. So very simple, quick and easy shelf, which is going to cost you less than £10. Right, so let's have a little look to see what we get in this 40cm shelf from B&M. So I bought this for, it says £7 here. It was reduced to £5. There's quite a few little reduced bits in B&M at the minute, especially furniture wise. So I thought these would be a great little idea to prove to you that we can buy something like this and actually improve it rather than being stuck with the low quality parts that they provide. Very simply, rubbish piece of wood as the shelf, 2 brackets to be screwed to the wall. They're not the best brackets, they're not the strongest design, but for £5, can't really complain too much, I suppose. They look quite nice and decorative as they're gold. They're not going to have the most amount of strength, you're not going to be able to put too much weight on them, but they'll be nice little decorative shelves once they're up on the wall. So your shelf is basically assembled like this. It's screwed up on the wall and it's a wall shelf. Very simple. So this rubbish, crappy piece of wood, probably snap it now for your hands, to be quite honest. It's not even proper wood. It's just flakes and dust of wood basically, which is all glued together into this board. It's not particularly strong, it has no characteristics or features, it's just solid black. So let's replace it. So I've been in the workshop and I've now replaced that black piece of wood for the shelf. I chose a nice piece of hardwood, as you can see here. It's a lovely orangey piece of wood. I'm pretty sure it's some cedar, piece of cedar hardwood. Really nice, chunky piece of wood. I have glued 2 pieces of wood together to here just to make the same shape that the previous shelf was, the original shelf it came with. It's pretty much twice as thick as the original piece. So nice, strong, chunky piece. It's a little bit longer than the previous piece. So as you can see here, we've increased the length by about 20 centimetres. We increased the thickness of it by about double. I did need to check how much clearance there was within these brackets. So the thickness was determined by this little crease here. So you couldn't have gone any thicker than this measurement here. So if you were going to buy these and replace it yourself, just have a little measure of this here, this measurement here, and this measurement from here to here will already be measured in this. Of course, you can just take this, you can take it straight to a timber merchant and say, right, I'm trying to replace this. Have you got anything like for like that I can buy? You could probably ask for scrap wood. They always have loads of offcuts you can buy really cheap. So what do we do now with this piece of wood? Of course, all you need to do now you replace the shelf is assemble your shelf as per the instructions from the packaging from B&M or wherever you bought your shelf from. But apart from that, pretty much it's as simple as that. So we've now got a nice new shelf, which is even better than the value that you actually paid for it. I mean, look at this. Don't you think that looks so much better than if it was put together with this rubbish? Simple as that, really. If you were to go and buy this piece of wood yourself from a timber merchant as an offcut or a piece of scrap, probably only cost you about a £5. So if you spent £10 overall on this project and you've got this sort of quality, then I don't think you can really complain at that. Now, because they are quite cheap shelf brackets, I wouldn't recommend going much longer than this. There is going to be a weight limit with the shelf brackets, but for a decorative little shelf where you're only going to put light ornaments on, I'd say this is perfect. So please write in the comment box below on your opinions of which shelf you like. Do you prefer the look of the original shelf that we got from B&M, or do you prefer this new upgraded version? Please write in the comment box below so I can see your views and see if you have any better ideas. Thanks for watching, see you all soon.